What's up everyone, and welcome back to a new Youth Creates video. My name is Steven Zhang and this is Michael Huggins.
Hello.
One thing I really like about Michael is that he is very intelligent. Today we're going to be talking about myths about business and savings and money.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's begin.
Okay, let's get into it. Welcome everyone. The whole idea about these video series is to encourage innovation and make you think in a different, bigger way so you can maximize your potential. Too many people leave their potential on the sidelines and never bring it to life. So we want to show you just a few things that if you pick this up the way that I picked it up and the way a lot of people are picking it up, the difference your life can create. So this is Youth Create. So here we go. What I want to talk about, if we can just bring it over to the whiteboard here, is we're going to talk about the idea of you work for money or money works for you. And we're going to use some simple language to create a difference of the understanding of there's the employee or the business owner. Now, the good news is you get to pick. You're in the country where you get to pick. The thing is, you must pick. Now, some people will say, well, I'll pick based off of how much money I can make. Well, let's take a look now. Let's say that each of these, the employee and the business owner, both will make $100,000 in 1 year. Now, some of you might think that's a lot. Some of you might have done the math already and realize it's not that much money. But either way, let's look at the difference if you're an employee making $100,000 versus a business owner making $100,000. What will happen down this world? Okay, so first is the employee. When they make their money, the first thing is they are going to get paid in a Social Security number, where a business owner is going to get paid on an employer identification number. If you decide to be an employee and make money down that route, what you're doing is you're electing to pay income tax on the first amount of money that you earn. 33% is a common rate. Now, if you're a business owner, when you earn your money, when it first comes to you, no tax is taken out. All that money hits your hand, and it's time to get to work with that money. Remember, we want to make money work for us, not the other way around. So there's the big difference right there. Okay. Remember, they both make $100,000, but right off the bat, if you're an employee, you got to pay the income tax. Now, the next thing here is the employee is planning on spending money, whereas the business owner is going to use money. It's going to be the same percentage, 50%. That's going to be things like going to the movies or donating to charity or buying new clothes, just food and entertainment and gifts and everything. Okay? But the difference is a mindset. The employee is spending money so it goes away forever, whereas the business owner is using money to make more money. Okay? Now remember, with each of these ideas, we can dive deeper into them. Today is the overview. Now, the next section is what we call the life tax. This is an unavoidable cost. These are things like having to register your car. That costs money. Having to insure it. Just different things that cost to keep going, to keep alive. Like keeping the roads nice. Well, that costs money too. So we're going to call that the life tax. And both people, whether you're an employee or a business owner, are both dealing with the life tax. So now, as Steven's been helping me go through this exercise, well, we've done the math for you. At the end of the employee route, how much or what percentage is left over for them? This is 7% left over. Well, down here, the business owner has 40% left over. Now, at this point, this is where, remember when we said use? We can use the money that we were spending to save on taxes. No matter what, the IRS is going to want to take some money. But if you're an employee, they take the money up front. If you're a business owner, they're going to take the money off what's left over. So if you spend or you use a lot of money, you're going to pay very little to nothing in taxes. So the average business owner pays about 10% in tax. So now they're left with 30% of their money, whereas this person was left with 7% of their money. Okay, now here's the other challenge. Now once they've gone through this, the challenge is these people decide to save their money in a savings account or a certificate of deposit, or a money market account, or something like a 401k. And in different videos, we'll go through what these different things mean so that you're more familiar with them. But what they all have in common is a single-digit rate of return. Single digit. Now, for those of you who have never been introduced to the concept, here's something you need to learn. It is called the Rule of 72. Very important that we understand this. What the Rule of 72 tells us is whatever interest rate you're earning, you divide that into 72. And the answer is the number of years it'll take your money to double. Okay? So savings accounts, CDs, money market accounts, 401ks, they're earning anywhere from 1 to 6% interest. So now the question is, if I'm earning a 1% on my savings account, let's say I put $1,000 in my savings account. If I earn 1%, how long will it take 1,000 to turn into 2,000, to double? Well, we can use our equation. So if we're earning 1%, 1 goes into 72, how many times? That's right, 72 times. So that answer is 72 years. That's a long time. Where are you going to be in 72 years? You can't be doing banking and money making this slow. So what if you were getting a 2%? Well, 2 goes into 72, 36 times. Or if you were getting a 3, 3 goes into 72, 24 times. The point is, if it's a single digit return, it's going to take more than 10 years for that amount of money to double. That's not fast enough. That's not making money work for you. That's you working for money. We want to flip this thing around. We want to create some innovation and help you solve a problem in a different way, thinking outside the box. So instead of using single digit rate of returns, what if we did what wealthy people do? This 30% that's left over, do you know what wealthy people do with it? They buy real estate, cash flowing real estate. They might buy apartment complexes or storage units or land or movie theaters, whatever you want. Real estate is always in demand. Now, one extra thing you get with real estate, and then we will carry this on to our next video, is we can do something called leverage. Now, before you do it, you better learn about it. But here's something. What if we want to buy a $100,000 house and we don't have $100,000? What we can do is leverage $10,000. We could get $10,000 and go to the bank and buy this $100,000 house. Now, we buy houses to make money, not to live in. Well, both, but this one's to make money. So let's say now we have a payment. We have to pay the bank because we're borrowing this money. We have to pay them $500 a month. But we can rent this for $1,000 a month. You see what's going on here? So I have to pay the bank $500 a month, but I'm collecting $1,000 a month from the rental, from the people who I'm renting it to. So what's my cash flow? What's my positive cash flow? How much money am I making every month? Well, I am making $500 every month in cash flow. All right, so now let's wrap up this whole idea. What is the whole point of this? Well, in 1 year, if I collect 500 times 12, how much money is that? That's 5 times 12 is 60. Carry the zeros. That's $6,000. Well, if I put in $10,000 to buy this house, and in 1 year I make back $6,000, what is my return on investment? Well, let's do the equation. The return is 6,000. And the equation is ROI, return on investment. So we'll take the return and we put it on the investment. So what is that in a percentage form? 6,000 into 10,000 is 60%. 60%. Now, let's revisit this rule of 72. If we put 60% into 72, well, how many times does 60 go into 72? What is that? About 1.2, maybe 1.3? So now, if you're getting a 60% rate of return into 72, your money's going to double. Basically, every 1.3 years, your money doubles. So then it doubles again, and doubles again, and doubles again. And now inside of a decade, you've doubled your money 5 times. All this started back at the very beginning of, should I be an employee or should I be a business owner? We're making the same amount of money, but all along the way, the decisions end up making 2 different lifestyles. If you stay an employee, you will end up making yourself work for money. But if you're a business owner, you will make money work for you. So this is just a high-level concept video that we're going to dive into more as these videos get recorded and released to you. But we're going to teach you more about savings accounts, interest rates, making money work for you. The whole idea is think outside the box. Innovation, new ideas, maximizing your potential, and that's what we do here at Youth Creates. That's what we got for you today. And share this video, like it. If you got questions, comments, feel free to leave them in there. We'll answer them, and let us know what else you want to see as we continue making these videos.
Thank you.